good. Alright, look at this. I never even warm up.
Y'all better have your Sunday's best on because it's time for business.
Take on all of you.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Parries the attack and...
I mean, just burning it all right off the bat for no damage.
Player 1 in that dangerous burnout state. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover or are
instant fucking recovery?
Taking stock. Drive gauge finally recovers. Reads them.
There we go.
Right, what's coming up next? Player 2 chases them down. KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Jumps up.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Player 2 has the life advantage. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Avoids getting stuck in the corner somehow. Both fighters planning something. Charges forward. Max SA gauges. Unbelievable who the opponent thought they had the high hand for that air attack, but they're about to get crushed. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very tough super art.
Oh my god.
Closing it out with a super art finish. Nice and
honestly, my chest started spasming. In my left side of my chest, all the way into the next to the arm started spasming. I got fucking distracted.
Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Drive parry was successful. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Hits the back throw, looking to set something up to get more damage. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weak. Not shy with the grab. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. KO! Player 1 picks up the first round.
Almost.
Give them a psychological advantage. Pokes with a medium kick. Bends the gauge on the drive rush. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. That's some big springs forward with the drive rush. Both fighters planning something? Big exchange blow. The throw missed. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Versus KO. They were in full control there.
Been watching Capcom Cup. Red Bull Kumate rather. Did you watch it? It's fucking good.
Right back into the rematch.
No, it just happened. Yeah, Ending Walker fucking murdered it with Ryu.
The throw connects for counter hit damage.
Like, murdered it. Nah. Are you sure?
Good parry there and...
Nice. Oh.
That was a solid anti-air. Gets the jump in. Big counter. Player 2 chases him down. Big opening ready to be taken advantage of after that parry. Alright, what's coming up next? This is a real back and forth match we're seeing. They definitely know what the other is capable of. Throws them to negate the block. Knockdown. Player 2 can't use any more drive without burning
Fuck.
Closing moments of the match. One hit hard.
Oh, nice when you killed me.
No escaping that. Player 2 on the board first with a win. They want to keep the pressure on. Double knee pressure. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Stop the attack by using the drive. Player 1 to apply pressure here. Both fighters are working with empty drive gauges, but I'm sure they're looking to plant them with a pile driver. Both fighters planning turn.
Oh, you got me. That was nice. Oh, come on. Oh, what was that? No, I tried to do. I did medium punch, but it didn't come out, and then I did the drive rush, and like the only the parry came up because I didn't do the medium punch. My timing was off, I guess.
Jumps. Not shy of
Awesome.
grab. Player 2 has the life lead. Uncomfortable space. Can they clip each other on the edge? Opts for the throw. Alright. Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. No good upright. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Player 2 is gonna have to looking to escaping that. Player 2 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Dashes forward. With the throw. Player 2 did a great job of reading their opponent up close to that last round. Can they keep the momentum? Baits out the attack and gets the punish count.
What the fuck?
The fight continues in the middle of the stage. Super on deck for both fighters. Expect just goes for it at this range. Oh, is this it? Or are they still in this?
Calling for the trick.
They're not dead. This fight's not over. Player 1 needs to use their finish anti-air. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Are these two gonna fight forever? How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow up here? Misfire off the drive impact. Denies the jumping attack with a jumping attack of their own. On dangerous turn. Easy to get tagged at this range. Oh! Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. Order makes it hard to escape. This is a huge chance to make it feel. Player 2 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and capitalizes on every mistake and picks up the perfect KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Sticks the combo. Nice parry. Uses the target combo as a filler. Going in, there's a change of sides. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Time to reassess the situation. Oh, burnout triggered. Very experiencing burnout. In there. That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances. How is this rematch going to play out?
Okay.
Are we going to witness a blow up here? Well-timed command throw there. Player 2 has the life lead. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity.
Okay.
Takes a trip. We are near the end of the round. Can either fighter pull a rabbit out of their hat? Perfect execution and gameplay nets our fighter a perfect round. Player 2 on the board first with a win.
Yeah, you deserve that one.
Everything up until now, and everything from here on
nice
out
one.
So vital. Double lariat, and now player 2 has a what's this? There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Player 2 in dire straits with a super art. Trying to shatter some life bars and dreams. Hope for like Garden. The sure about to be planted.
Yeah, I know. That shit. Okay, good change up. Keeping it fresh, you know what I mean? Keeping it fresh.
How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow up here?
Oops.
Can't tech the throw. Player 2 has a slight life lead that they may sit on. Backs them into the corner. Deftly shuts out the jumper. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Big counter. Sticks the combo. Throws them. What's next? Drive rush. Gets in their face. Reads their mind and takes the throw. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Impacts are no-go. Experiencing burnout. Knockdown. With a super art connect. Knee press nightmare hit. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Hit a super art. The super doesn't
Really?
hit. That's smart decision. The chip damage was enough. Player 2
I should have jumped that.
now
Sounds
riding a
good.
huge wave of momentum. Opts to create space to start. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Checks with a medium kick. Still very early in the round. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Knockdown and so they break forward to pressure the opponent. Please, Harry. Goes for the throw. A quick breather. Player 2 can't use any drive moves. Burnout activates. Player 2 in dire strength, looking to plant him with a pile driver. Going in, a super art. No escaping that.
Damn.
That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches.
I guess.
Right back
Not
into
over
the
yet.
ring.
Not over yet.
Close to done. Nice tech. Throws up to negate the block. Drive reversal's no good. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. What's the play? Both fighters have nice, perfect parry there. What do they do next? Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Strings it all together. KO. Player 1 on the boards first with the win. They want to keep the pressure on. Big low reaching heavy. Not shy with the grab. Target locked and scoop. Jumps in. You've got to be mindful of reach. Looking to plant him with a pile driver. Player 2 is dominating this match. Misses the grab. Sneaks in the throw. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Leads the jump in with a perfect parry. Reach out and hug him. A jump in, solid anti-air. Reversal. Player 2 is looking at a good raw super art incoming.
Fuck, he's getting caught by that bullshit.
Did not miss that chance and takes the round.
And every mistake I make is quarter life at least.
Player 2
Fucking character. Yeah. It's a beautiful
They're
thing.
still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch.
You know what that is? Just don't make mistakes, you know what I mean? I shouldn't be making mistakes anyway.
Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. Not much damage done so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. What did he think he did? Perfect parry to stop them. Time to go on the offensive. Taking stock. Throws him down. They block the overhead, and player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. In there! Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Checks with a medium. Answers that jump in with a perfectly timed parry. They made it look easy. Jump. The quarter saw that jump in coming from a mile away and parries it perfectly. Well-timed corner switch. Super on deck for both fighters. Expect to see some fireworks. Still scrapping for control of the space. Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. What'll happen here? Manages to block the jump in attack. Hits up the top. Oh, it just can't. Well, listen, when you're locked in, you're locked in. That was a decisive win. They're in a proverbial downward spiral. There's no end to this battle. Throws them to negate the block.
Oh, shit, that's far away.
Player 2 with the life lead. Uncomfortable space here. Can they put each other on the edge? Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover or are they in trouble? Player 1 in that dangerous burnout state. Throws him. What's next? Knockdown. That drive impact is blocked. That attack landed for a count. Burnout activates. Player 1, and that's a KO. Timed that perfectly. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
I don't know.
They piled up the knowledge.
You don't even know.
How are they going to use it? Can't tech the throw? Neither of them willing to back off. Hits them with a stop and block. Super on deck for both fighters. Expect to see some fireworks. Oh, got too eager. Drive gauge gap here. Oh, burnout triggered. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Burnout.
Oh.
Expect the tempo of the match to change. Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. Reads the throw and escapes. What's next? You've got to be.
Oh my god.
Super hit. Connects with the throw. Okay, here we go. Player 1 down. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? The last round. It's now or never. Barely blocks the jump in. Both fighters look to set things. Their timing was on point there. That perfect parry may lead to something. Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. He drops the front end, gets him with a Euro step. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the front side switch. Breaks the block off the reversal. Player 2 blocks super hard incoming.
That's
This is the kind of move that ends games.
I missed the fucking anti-air. Shouldn't have missed, but I missed. Holy shit!
Good presence of mind to pull the brakes in. Turns out. Oh, here we go. Both avoiding the wall like a blade. Crashes forward with a scissor kick. And whips. They're wide open.
Where's all my super bar? I didn't even use any of it. How? What did I do?
It's not over
I
yet.
have to have.
Best believe it's time for that flip back. Sets up with the jump in. Jumps. Quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup? Opts for the throw. Well-timed corner switch. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Throw hits. Now the fun begins. Throws them to negate the block. Gets. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Gets the jump in. Medium kick hits. Blocks it. Opts for shadow roll. A trade, but they're not worried. You've got to be mindful of who can jump. Hits them with a stop and pop. Nice double lariat. Player 2 needs to plus out a pair. Double lariat now. Connects with medium.
Oh, I missed the
Going to
combo.
lead to a juicy punish now. No escaping that. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in for this one. Double heat press. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Checks with a medium. Crowns him from above. Target locked and scooped. Player 2 with a slight lead. Will they capitalize? Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Player 2 can't drive anymore. With science, back Medium kick. Presses forward with the scissor kick. Target combo into. Passes out the cage right there. Oh, hits the critical art. They gotta flush out the projector, flush out the ruler.
Wow. That was critical too. Oh, fucking unreal. That was a critical art too. It did fucking not even like maybe 20% damage. Fucking crazy.
They're still hungry.
Stealing, I did 3 jabs.
Uses the parry. Just out of range for that throw. Knocked down. Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. If they can't escape this rock-solid corner pressure, this round is over. Player 1 chases them down. Good job blocking the jumping. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Taking stock. KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out is so full. Burnout triggered. That combo
I like being burnt out.
The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? What'll happen here? Player hits him with a stop and block. Headbutt. Still slugging it out at this range. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages. They can't spot in this punish counterattack. Player 2, burnout activates.
Yeah, okay.
Trying to knock him down. Ooh, yeah, kick in the gut. Setting them up for the storm buster. They just made that very tricky combo look easy. That's how you forward rush. Dangerous ring drive rush. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Player 2 can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. Okay, nobody blinks. What a finish! Player 1 faced the giant and walks away unscathed. What a win! It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that flip. Going on the offensive? Goes for the headband. Solid protect. There's a corner switch. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Oh, whiffs the drive impact. Player 1 will be in the world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. No go for the throw. Takes a trip. Reads them. Burnout is triggered. Knockdown. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Player 2 creates a good. How will they utilize this? Player 1 in trouble with no trip takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Each combo like that. What a comeback! Player 2 wins the first round and is now riding a huge wave of momentum. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Who will gain control of the match from the early going? Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Barely blocks the jump in. Blocks it. Jumps in. Uses the gauge for a super art. Player 2, a super art. Double lariat now. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Throw whips. There's the change of side. Looking to plant him with a pile driver. Going in. Just goes for it at this range.
Damn.
Going for the conclusive kill with that super. What a move.
Jab.
There it is. They knew it.
Oh, you think so? No, I don't think so. I think I got caught. I think I got caught straight out.
Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can
Did
build
I?
themselves a streak.
I might have flash blue on reaction to the fact that I know you landed and you entered that shit in. But I knew I was getting caught right when you were about to land, honestly.
The jump in is denied.
Because I pressed the wrong button regardless.
Jump in finds the mark. All right. Player 1 has not been shy about using their drive gauge. Strings it all together. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Spends the gauge for the drive reversal. Takes a trip. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Holds out with the block. Throws him to negate the block. Blocks it. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Manages to block the jump in attack. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range.
Oh! That was sick.
Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Active combo hits and we got trouble coming. Jumps up. Burnout out of it. Player 1 has an empty drive tax the zone. A quick breather. Flushes that off and keeps going. Oh no, they're stunned. Max SA gauges. Unbelievable. Oh, burnout triggered. Goes for the head.
Ah, I heard that shit. I heard it. Yeah, you're right, you're right. I should have fucking heard that stuff and just been not gone for. Oh my god. It's an even match again because of that bullshit. Bro, what the fuck?
Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match.
No, here. I got this shit.
Dashes forward. Throws him to negate the block. Stops the attack by using the drive parry. Well-timed command throw. Still slugging it out. Goes for the throw. What's the play here? Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Sticks the combo. Player 1 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. A little too easy there. Double knee press. Holds out with the block. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. Player 1 in trouble with no drive. This is a critical point of the round where they just need to go for it. From upstairs. They're going for the super art. Lots of distance here. KO. Player 1 with the first strike. They can't get complacent.
You wouldn't have.
Jump.
You would have missed. Look at that. Come on.
Baiting them into that. Grabs them.
Love this night.
Still very early in the round. Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. Walks across a good read. Big throws. What'll happen here? Taps the dome. Blocks it. Goes for the head piece. This is a turning point. They got him. Charges forward. Hanging on. Nothing but in there.
Oh, God.
That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances.
I bet you won't.
Right back into the rematch.
I bet you
we ain't
won't.
even close to done yet. Bro, talk about overextending. No good up high. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Player 1 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around. The big play does it.
Yeah, okay, that was good.
Player 2 sets the
That was
tone for
murder.
win. Let's see if they can keep it up. They piled up the knowledge, looking to plan them with the pile drive. Player 2 has the life lead and brushes that off and keeps going. Player 2 burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Player 2 has an empty drive lead. This is a very precarious situation. Gotta be careful. Oh, burnout trigger. Quick breather. Both sides in burnout. They can't drive. Play it properly hard. Psycho crusher hit. Player 1 can't use any
That should not get. Fuck you. That should not. I'm in the air.
No remorse.
That's ridiculous. Now you know you can do it. Now you know. That's true.
I dare you to find me a better match than that. Get up and
So actually, no, I was fucking in the middle. If I was about to hit you, so I have. Let me get some. Let me get a quick Ricky. Well, so that means what that means to me is that you can do like okay. So when I'm like not me but anybody, when they're doing jabs, and they go to you know they keep the pressure. They go jab jab, and then they go do scissor kick, right? If you mash the ultra, and they do the kick to keep pressure, you'll catch them with the ultra because you'll grab them right out of the air. That's what that means. So like that's just one more tool to put to your arsenal, which is awesome. So you're taking Zangief to evil then, I gather. You think he's better than Ryu? Well, who do you trust more? You trust Ryu more? I think your Zangief is better. No, you know what? I cannot say that. But I can say that your Zangief is tough. But your Ryu is tough too. Who should you play? That's true. You gotta go with Ryu, yeah. Yeah, that's the thing is that that's how Street Fighter's been since the beginning. Like, if you're using Zangief, you know, a non-projectile character that has to come in and hit you, Geef is the guy. Any mistake and you're going. Yeah, because any mistake you're dead. Any mistake. That's the thing. Everybody's gonna run. That's how you play the match. But if you have fireballs, then you just whap. You know, you just go. Zangief has always, from the very beginning of Street Fighter, been that whole thing where like his life bar is really it's spent to get into the fight. And once you're in the fight, then you just destroy the person. But like, you have to get in, and that's your life bar. So everybody since Street Fighter 2 has always ran from Zangief and try to kite him in a sense. You know what you eating? Grapes. Like what kind of grapes? Peach kind. How old is that husky you have? 9 years old. How long do they live? Oh, great. Another heartbreak coming, huh? What do you mean, why? Oh. Yeah. That's true. That's true. You picking up any Toyotas lately? Did you finish the red one? Done. And what you gonna do with it? Oh, for real? You're not gonna sell it? Just sell it. Or no, if you like it, don't sell it. How much you trying to get for it? That's a fair price. New paint and everything. Send me a picture tomorrow. I just curious. I just want to see it. Not for any reason, but I want to see the paint and everything like that. I want to see how it looks. Because I only saw like the beginning. No, but you know. Yeah. Who am I using? Bison. I'll go with Bison first. No, probably not. Probably not. Oh, it looks good. But you made a whole video about it. Oh, that thing looks fucking just not even able to be fixed, and then you fix it. For real. That looks like some of the cars you fucking linked me. I'm like, that can't be done. Where'd you get all these? Where'd you get all these parts? Uh-huh. Oh. The paint is nice. It's real good, actually. That's a nice truck. That's real nice. Automatic, manual. Oh, that's nice. Real nice truck. Yeah, real nice truck, actually.
Here comes a new challenger.
Yeah.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight?
This will be a good fight.
Cause the other one eats gas, so.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Good anti-air. Denies the attack and... Oh, with the drive impact. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weak. Does a good job of pushing back. Throws them. What's next?
Okay, nice.
It's a huge chance to
What you gonna do with it?
Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Knockdown.
Ah.
Throw to tie the row. They were stuck in the corner. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They both showed their hands a little bit. Digs in deep to get that drive.
Fuck.
Smart throw. That'll do more damage than usual. Goes for it all, but just misses. Burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. Going on the offensive. Overhead. Are we going to see a comeback here? In there. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Knew the throw was coming. Tries to bait out a reaction to a fireball. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Which fighter will control the pace of the match? This can lead to some big damage. The low kick hits. With super hard hit. Oh, and with the rush. Oh, here we go. Player 1. Oh, burnout. Did they mean to do that? The low. What now? In with the cross.
Oh, I'm burnt out. Oh, that could be dead.
This is gonna kill, no doubt about it. It is over. Player 1, straight up outplayed them. Talk about a David and Goliath situation. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Goes for the head kick. Ooh, what a smart throw. The throw whiffs. Very solid corner switch. low heavy hits, mix up incoming. What if they time that just right to get the perfect parry? Throws them. What's next? Player one chases them down. Okay, both fighters have taken a long step back. They're both looking to reassess the fight. Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. Goes for a drive rush. They're looking to keep on the offensive for as long as possible. Nice, perfect parry. What do they do next? Next hit to end the round. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Can't tech the throw. Springs forward with the drive rush. Player two will have to fight back here without any drive. They will drop tap to close it. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Who's going to start things off? Blocks the low heavy. This combo hits, we got trouble coming. The jump in is denied. Knockdown and both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it better. Risky up close scrap still going. Smart play with the throw. What'll happen here? Player one will look to apply pressure here. Anti-air in the clutch. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Knocks them out of the air. Reads the jump in perfectly. In attack range. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. KO! Player one played with a lot of heart to pull off a tremendous win. Definitely one to watch. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Throw misses. Absorbs the attack and fires back. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Player one in that dangerous burnout state. Lays on the pressure with the projectile. Player one doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Very solid corner switch. This is a huge chance to make it feel. Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. Knockdown. Player two chases them down. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super.
Smart.
KO. Player two picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Medium kick hit. Are we going to see some fireworks? There's a wall splash. They can't do anything now. G2 Hadouken. Using the super can open up huge chances for you. Player one needs to use the threat of the corner. Goes for the jump in. Player one experiencing burnout. Risky up close scrap still going. Drive usage. They're going for the super art. Boom to the face with some authority. And they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal. Drive and back misses.
Oh, come on. Oh, duh, that didn't work. Okay.
Player two brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Yeah, I was trying to do level 2 and I didn't have it.
Right back
Stupid.
into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. The jump in is denied. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Throws him down. Denies the attack and denies the jumping attack with a jumping attack of their own. Player two chases them down. If they can't escape this rock-solid corner pressure, this round is over. KO!
Yeah.
Player two picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Stops the attack by using the drive pair. Still very early in the round. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. Taking stock. Drive rush to keep it going. Player one is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Hits them with a stopping power. Dashes forward. What'll happen here? Oh, they're in the corner now. No, burnout activated. Both fighters planning something? Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages. KO! This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. The last round. It's now or never. Block. Smart play with the throw. Crowns him from above. This is a burnout, but they may have a plan here. Player 2 with the rhythm owning that space. Uh-oh. This was really
Oh my god, look at the damage.
Player 1, oh my, the throw check. Oh, here we go. Breaks it off. What are they gonna do? Oh, burnout. Did they mean to do that? Are we gonna see a comeback here? This punish counter sets the table with the flatline thing. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. They're still at it. No one's willing to step away from a rematch. Medium kick hit. Hits them with a stop and pop. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move, or you're going to eat tons of damage. Player 1 in that dangerous burnout state. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Very solid corner switch. Grabs him. Goes for the super art. Starting something with the super. Alright, what's coming up next? Devil's Alert! In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Snipes him out the air. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. The jump in catches them. The next round is beginning. What's going to happen now? Ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Side switch in the corner. Player 2 in dire straits springs forward with the drive rush. Backs away. Not about that BFF life right now. Hits him with a stop and pop. Going in, throws him. Player 2 has depleted their drive gauge, but they are still within range to win this round. They're in range. We hit the drive. They got a big down, knocks them out of the air. Crowns them from flatlines in. Player 1 faced the giant and walks away unscathed. What a win! It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that comeback. Jumps. Throws them to negate the block. Oh, with the throw. Low kicks are a no-go. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover, or are they in trouble here? Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Throws him. What's next? Will this super art connect? That goes for the super art? Taking stock. They just went for it with that super. This may be the start of their counter-offensive. Burnout is triggered. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Player 1 in trouble with no drive. One shot. All both fighters need to close this out.
What?
Player 2 on the
I was not even close to it.
They'll want to keep the pressure on. Down to them. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Got their eye on the air. Big counter. Hits with the over, experiencing burnout. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Oh no, they're stunned. Player 1 uses the gauge for a super art.
Wow.
Hits the back row to get the side switch. Player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? They just won't stop switching sides. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Low heavy. Are we going to get the counter hit for the win? They're so good at whip punishing. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Hopes for the medium kick. Takes the opponent out of the air. This is a chance to dictate the pace. Both players look for something to work with, but neither are getting the opening they want. Player 1 can't use any, sees the overhead coming. You've got to be mindful of reaching jump-ins at this range. They exchange low, links in. All the throw connects. Were they looking to connect? overdrive arc from this situation? Oh, burnout! Did they mean to do that? Connects with the throw. Low heavy, but no go. The jump in is denied. Back into the corner. What setup do they have? What? Flash anti-air. Somehow manages to block the jump in. They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. Medium kick. Bang it off with a drive rush. Player 2 pairs a burnout. To show them what a PhD and fighters can do for you. Uh-oh. This could really tip the scales. Player 2 reads the jump in perfectly. Both of them back off. Throws it in. Oh, drive rush. The next touch may decide this round. Clutch anti-air. They are not getting close to each other. Burns out. I can't believe it. Oh man, who's gonna take this? They're just gonna go for it with the super. It's enough. Player 1 straight up outplayed them. Talk about a David and Goliath situation. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Knocked them out of the air. The throw is denied. Not having the crossover. Gets the jump in. Player 2 down to the wire. Hits the back throw. Looking to set something up to get more damage. Definitely shuts off the jump. That parry may be just the catalyst they need. Knockdown. Smart throw. That'll do more damage than usual. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. All right, what's coming up next? One fighter's drive gauge is just about takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Both players all out of drive gauge. Looking for a chance. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Player 1 has depleted their drive gauge, but they are still within range to win this round. They both back off to refocus. Who will make the first move? Both fighters are barely hanging in there, but someone's gotta act. Finishes with the throw. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Shows the medium kick. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Jumps in. The throw missed. A quick breather. Player 2 blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. What'll happen? They're going for the super arc. Springs forward with the drive rush. Pokes with a medium kick. Goes for the jumping. Going drive rush to keep it going. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. He's experiencing burnout. Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Oh no, they're stunned. This is going to hurt. Burnout, but they may have a plan here. A real test of nerves here. Oh, no question whether this super art is going to kill her. Taking no prisoners.
Could be.
Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build up
Too much of a lead.
streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Cross a block. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? All dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Player 2 chases them down. Uses the parry. Gets them.
Damn.
Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. Burns the drive gauge. Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. throws them. What's next? Springs forward with the drive rush. Alright, drive rush to keep it going. Player 2 will look to apply pressure. They're in the corner and the beatdown continues. Walks across a good read. Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. What's this Chico Hado gonna do? Getting up close and personal. So little luck.
Oh, nigger.
We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Next up, reversal. Doubles reverse. Player 2, one out goes with both scuffles, and now they gotta have a plan for the next round. They back the opponent into the corner. Now to apply the pressure. Crowns him from above. Stacks off. Nothing stops this train.
Oh, I burnt out for that.
With the solar plexus strike. There's a burnout. Oh, putting the cherry on top. Do it to him. Show the people what they came to see, Ryu.
What's wrong? Get up!
Jump in.
Oh,
Take a seat.
that was it. Yeah, that was it.
Oh, boy.
I should have fucking.
Running empty on drive. One player is in burnout state. Devil's reverse. They both decide to ease the tension and back off. Both fighters are hurting. What's gonna happen? Counter hit. Where is the conversion? They are done. Player 1 is gonna be watching replays for this one for a while. They really took it down to the wire. Oh, the throw connects. Will that parry change the momentum of this match? Back this combo hit, we got trouble coming. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. There's a punish count. This can lead to something very big if they can capitalize. Deftly shuts out the jumper. Player 1 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Not having the crossover. The quarter makes it they've been pushed into the wall and a stun there. Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. Life lead opens up. Knockdown. Brushes off the impact. Up tap to close it. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Overdrive Hadouken. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? This fight is just underway. Springs forward with the drive rush. Player 2 in dire straits with burnout. Super on deck for both fighters. Expect to see some burnout.
Wow.
The match to change. The big flex. The broken jaw. Shin Shoryuken.
What's wrong? Get up!
Looking for a chance. Snacks him with the back fist. Looking for more damage now. Jumps. Jumps in. Barely blocks the jump in. We're near the end of the round. Both fighters have full drive gauges stopped. That's a bit of OG spice there. Lots of distance here. Who's baiting who? Pumps the brakes on the impact. Okay, here we go. Mix up. Here comes the corner pressure. Can they use their resources wisely to pick up the win? What a finish!
I didn't want to use super.
Player 1 made
I just wanted to beat you up raw, you know?
only gonna make them Y'all ain't going anywhere. Sit down till these two are done. Jumps. Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Both fighters are low on drive gauge. They'll want to tread carefully for this part of the fight. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Both fighters' drive gauges are empty. Let's see how this affects the neutral gauge. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. Uncomfortable space here. Kendick takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover or are they in trouble here? Life lead opens up. Big, low, reaching heavy. Even with both fighters in burnout, this may be the time to strike and take the round.
Oh.
They're stunned. All they need to do is get enough damage to finish it. Player 2, KO. Player 2 takes the thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Will gain control of the match in the early going. The fight continues in the middle of the stage. Knockdown. Holds out with a block. You've got to be mindful of reach and jumpings at this range, but experiencing burnout. Goes for the Shin Hashogeki. Player 1 is in a pretty good situation. Just goes for it at this range. Deep-breath nightmare hits. Both fighters drive runs to keep it going. Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. Looking for a chance. The projectile connects,
nice,
not giving the opponent any chances. Player 2 took no time to finish that fight.
That not gonna save you.
Right back into the rematch.
That not gonna save you. I just switch it up.
Devil's reverse. Got their eye on the air. Okay, they trade hits. Good parry there and parries the attack and uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? We'll duck out to try and change the situation. All right, what's coming up next? They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Life lead opens up. That drive impact is blocked. Just out of range for that blow. What'll happen here? Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. The drive
I stumped in time.
might mean the enemy closes with the throw. Hitting him with the smart stuff. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to get the ball rolling. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Hits them with a stop and power. Uses the parry. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Takes a trip. Opposite continues down to the wire. There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Brushes that off and keeps going. Checks with the meat. The kick hits. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Immediate jumping. Final round. Wow, that throw did some juicy damage. Impact counter. Oh, that's so sick. Puts a bit of stank on that with an overdrive. Thinking cap overdrive Shoryuken. There's the burnout. Amazing. Player 1 is in burnout, connects with the throw. What's next? With super hard burnout, but they may have a plan here. Jump. Noticeable luck breaking up shins with the low heavy. Oh boy. The low block. Player 2 can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. Ooh, does them dirty. Are they trying to bait each other into making them hit the drive? Somehow manages to block the jump in. I can't believe it.
Okay. Good whiff punish.
Is gonna be watching replays for this one for a while. They really took it down to the wire. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that rundown. Overhead. Medium kick hits. The order makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Nice, perfect parry there. What'll they do next? Throws him down. What's the play here? Gets the parry if they time that just right to get the perfect parry. The attack is parried. Player 2 chases them down. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Not having the crossover. Got their eye on the air. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Player 2.
Oh, I heard all that bullshit happening, so I
Player
stopped.
2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Smart play with the throw. Throws them to negate the block. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Super on deck for both fighters. Expect to see some fireworks. Throw connects and does big damage. Going in, experiencing burnout. Hits him with a stop and pop. Player 2 in dire straits with burnout. This is a complete shutdown. They can't pass their zone. Breaks it. Burnout activates. They're stunned, hey? Oh. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Adds a bit of OD spice. Final round. Devil's reverse. Player 1 took that round comfortably. No need to bring out the big guns yet. With super arts into play, it's really anything goes at this point. Letting it all on the drive run. Player 2 is looking at a grim situation with burnout. Here comes the overhead. Player 1 with the rhythm owning that space. That combo finishes it.
No need.
Player 1 faced the giant and walks away unscathed. What a win!
Nope.
It's not over yet.
We went 3 more, no problem.
Both of them are ready for a blow. Carries the projectile. Opts for Shadow Rise. Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. Okay, they trade hits. They don't score the punish counter, but still get a nice hit in. A drive rush to try and keep up the attack. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Not having the cross-up. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Both players with no drive in the tank. From up above. Big low reaching heavy. So they break forward to pressure the attack. Oh! Player 2 on the floor turns with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Shows the medium hit. Checks him with the projectile. Parries the projectile. Now what's the follow-up? Maybe hits him with a stop and bomb. Super on deck for both fighters. Expect to see some fireworks.
Fuck.
Player 2 chases him down. Goes for the super art early to try and establish a big life experiencing burnout. Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout past their zone. Base out
Wow, I have it in the front.
Punish counter. Gets the combo. Doesn't let up and gets the stun. This round may be as good as over. Cross up attack. Going in, player 2 will look to apply pressure.
Oops, that would have killed me anyway.
Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Okay, we'll
Right
see.
back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Jump. Throws them to negate the block. Burnout is triggered. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. What's the play here? Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Gets the jump in. Oh, burnout on both sides? Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Grabs him, takes a trip. With that drive impact...
Wow, you're not dead from that?
KO.
Wow.
Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Goes for the jump in to start. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Took him to the corner in a flash. A quick breather. Jump. There's a change of side. Saw that coming. Oh, what's this? They can't squander this punish counter chance. Back to this combo. Looking to impress with this.
Oh my god, I fucking pressed the button. I pressed it, I don't know.
Springs forward with the drive rush. They must have a game plan here with
I
the
fucked up with that.
the wall and the stun is there. Overdrive, but turns out.
Instead of just letting it go, like how you're supposed to, I held left, so it went too far away.
Wreck their life bar, but also their nerves. Player 2 can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. Lots of distance here. Who's baiting who? What are they gonna do? They gotta dig down deep here. Putting it all on the drive run.
Oh,
I've ever seen.
Wrong way.
Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Connects with the throw. Impact squat. Shows the medium kick. Drops that all. Ups the damage on that by opting to go for the overdrive. Turning it right up with a super. Yo, that 2009 callback is psycho punish. Player 1 can't use drive. Excellent block. Low heavy. Oh, block the cross up. Taking chunks out of each other. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Great job in escaping that. The low. Good decision with that throw. Forward rush. A real test of trying to act quickly, but with the attack. Both absolutely awesome. Player 1 delivers the upset. That's one for the replay. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that comeback. Knocks him out of the air. Jumps in. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. Okay, takes them all the way to the front. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. Gets the throat to side switch. What's the play? Will this super art connect? Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Life lead opens up. Were they baiting them into that? Recovers from burnout. Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. Player
Fucking unreal, I missed that entire.
Player 2 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
No, I just did it too early.
Good job blocking the jump.
Cause I wasn't necessarily reacting, I was reading.
Player 2 did
So
a
I
great
fucking
job
went
of
too
getting
early.
their opponent up close that last round. Can they keep the momentum? Ups the damage on that by opting to go for the overdrive. Will that parry change the momentum of this match? Knockdown and goes for the jump in. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. Manages to block the jump in attack. Barely blocks the jump. They're going for the super art. Player 2 needs to hit them with a stop.
Oh, I fucked up anyway.
Solar plexus strike. Players burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Can they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal? Gets the corner switch. It might be some time for payback. You've got to be mindful of reach and jumping. Oh, in with the rush. What plus anti-air and eats it. Breaks through with the throw. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Ooh, it looks like meets them in the air. Blocks the impact. Both fighters are standing firm. Ooh, the opponent thought they had the high hand of that air attack, but they're about to get crushed. Knew the throw was
Fierce sweat.
Ooh, what's this? What's gonna happen? There's the impact.
Oh.
Not letting that go unpunished. Both fighters stream through Hadouken. Players setting it all on the
What the fuck is that instant recovery bullshit?
Okay, forward rush. There's a burnout. Leg drive rush. All in with a rush. Player burnout. Do they need to do that? Uh-oh. This would really tip the scale. Noticeable life lead. What's this Shiku Hado gonna do? What were they thinking? Excellent read.
Yeah, that was pretty instant. Yeah.
Straight up outplayed them. Talk about a David
I almost got caught, not gonna lie.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that comeback. Goes hit them with a stop and pop. A parry? Big throw. Player 1, hold your breath. Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. Solid combo. Player 1 with a sliver of drive gauge left. They may be in for a tough time. Can't tech the throw? Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. This is a huge chance to make a kill. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent brings out the super art. How's it gonna work out for them? Experiencing burnout. Shinku Hadouken! Player 2 is gonna have to wait for that drive gauge. Can they stick it out? A quick breather. They need to rely on their instincts. In there! Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Goes for the head play. They both showed their hands a little.
Holy shit, that worked?
Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Barely blocks the jump in. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout.
Maybe, yeah.
Grabs and throws them away. Still scrapping for control of the space. Forward throw. Laying the pressure on Finn.
That's gonna hit me. Oh, I got it right before it came out.
Player up for the knee press nightmare.
Oh, that should be dead if you get it.
Amazing. Knew the throw was coming.
Oh.
This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Connects with the throw. Oh, in with the rush. Player huge chance after that wall splash. This is a complete shutdown. They can't escape. Both are ready to pull the this will lead to some big damage. Good decision with that throw. Drop super hard incoming. Drop. Oh, yo. Drop super hit. What burns out? Oh, putting the cherry on top. Uh-oh. This could really tip the scale.
What's wrong? Get up!
Player 2 pumps him hard. This may turn to a big chance. Player 2 hit solid anti-air.
Oh.
The reaction is on display. Devil's reverse.
Nice, smart, because I was gonna do the same thing.
Player 2 clinches the win. But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that.
Come on, you just gotta win 3 more. That's
Not
it.
over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back.
I already know you can grab it.
Genius speed with that throw escape. Oh, the throw connects. Burnout activates. Strings it all together. Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Taking stock. Blocks the ambiguous crossout. Brushes off the impact. Grabs him. Alright, what's coming up next? Player 2, KO. Player
Thank you.
1,
I had no other choice. That was the only thing I could do.
The ball rolling. The jump in is denied. Medium kick in, perfect parry to stop them. Time to go on the offensive. Player 2 didn't manage their drive properly through that round. Meter management is absolutely vital, and they need to manage it properly for this coming round. Smart play with the throw. Knockdown and max SA gauges. Unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. Oh, burnout triggered. Reads the jump in perfectly. Are we going to see a comeback here? Back into the corner. What's better? Will this super art do anything? Can't use any drive. Gotta play it safe.
Yes.
Player 1 faced the giant and walks away unscathed. What a win!
Damn, I'm good as fuck. Okay. Yeah, give me 2 minutes and then I'm gonna fuck you up with probably Mai or Ed or something. That sounds like an unfair match. Ed probably does beat Zangief. That might be true. That might be very true. I don't even remember how to play him, to be honest. It's like foreign to me. But yeah, but I forgot everything. Just like Blanca, I forgot everything. I cannot play him anymore. Nah, that's not true. because I'm doing shit, and then it's like every time I make okay, the truth is that like my combos right now are broken. I'm not landing my combos the way I'm intending to. Um, a lot of broken combos, a lot. Um, yeah, but I'm not hitting what I'm supposed to be hitting. You know what I mean? Like it's supposed to be real fucking like bread and butter. You hit the combo. You set up the bomb. You go in, you apply some pressure. If you get a hit, you hit them with the bomb or the fucking cycle pressure. And I haven't hit that once yet. And it's very rare that I hit the stuff, the level 3 into from something. It's hard. I'm just not having the easiest time with it, but it's literally because I haven't been in, like I haven't played for a while, and I'm not in training mode, but I do understand still how to play Bison. I just don't understand like his combo routes as well right now, but that's gonna be okay because I'm figuring it out right now. I'm getting it all figured out, but I know how to play Bison. Bison. Yep. He's top tier. I'm gonna take him for sure. I gotta go lab, and I have to like practice his shit over and over and over. But Ed is top tier as well, but I'm not good with Ed. Can't even remember how to play him at all. Maya's top tier. It's like Akuma, Ken, Mai, Ed. Ed is above Mai though. Yeah. Ed is 3, I think. Number 3 on the list. No, of course not. It's Akuma. Yeah, let me look it up real quick. I just had it too. Street Fighter 6 tier list. Street Fighter 6 tier list. What is there now, May? Well, I'll just put April. This is the average of all the tier lists apparently. So it's yeah, top spot you got Akuma, then you have Ken, and then you have Ed, and then Bison, then Rashid, which I don't know how he's like not fucking number 1, and then yeah, you gonna do shit about it. And he's the only character I know of that doesn't have to use any bar to like do a level 1 or a level 2 or a level 3. That he hits you with a combo, he'll do half damage. He's the only one, and it's like 28 hits or some shit. Guile is up there. Yep. Guile is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th on the list. He's right under mine. Then it's Jury, JP, Cammy, Geef, Aki, DJ, Blanca, Chun-Li, Ryu, Luke, Terry, Manon, Kimberly, Ihanda, Jamie, Lily, Belson, Marissa. Ryu, for like how Ending Walker's playing Ryu, he should be higher up on the tier list, but the thing is, the truth is his Ending Walker is a certain type of player, right? So it's like, if you're gonna use a Shoto, you should be using Akuma or Ken, right? Because they have their Ryu, but with way better tools, right? He's a weird guy, yeah, though. No, but like when you watch Red Bull Kumite, his mannerisms are very strange, and like Long Island Joe, like when it comes time that he usually interviews everybody, he doesn't do an interview for Ending Walker because he knows Ending Walker doesn't want to talk, yeah. So he just respects it, and like I think he asked him beforehand. He's like, "You want to talk?" And Ending Walker said no, and then he just like gave him it. Doesn't like to talk. Doesn't like to like. He's just very awkward if you watch his movements. I think he has a lot going on in his head. I think he's like stimulated too much. Like I think he just I don't know. It's very strange. When he first came on the scene, I thought he was just like, hey, you know what I mean? And then like now that I see him more and more, he becomes like way more reclusive seeming. With what tournament I've seen him play. Yeah, when he was playing, right? That was a bit ago already. Yeah. 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 Oh, you're bringing out fucking geek. Yeah. I don't know how to. Yeah, I guess so. Might as well try. Um, we don't know that yet. Hold on, where are my glasses at? Oh, there it is. I wasn't wearing my glasses this whole time, but now I can wear them.
Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of.
Take on all of you!
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? It's back with a well-placed drive reversal. Overdrive. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Well-timed command throw there. Knockdown. Jump in, finds the mark.
Okay, that works. Oops.
No go for the throw. Player 1 in that dangerous burnout state. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Knockdown. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Checks him with a projectile. From up above. Taking stock. KO. Player 1 on the board first with the win. He'll want to keep the pressure on. Not shy with the grab. Target lock and scoop. Player 2 can Bill hit them with a stop and bomb. A parry? Needs to jump in with a perfect parry. A quick breather. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Player looking to plan him with a pile driver. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. Connects with the throw. Both uses their drive gauge.
Oh, I got caught.
Closing it out with a super art finish. Nice and clean.
Level 3. Use
Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this one. Back down to start. They're not taking any chances. All the throw connects. A parry? Throws them. One step ahead of them. Amazing. Player 1 with the rhythm, owning that space. Drops that off. Player 1 needs to take advantage of some gauge disparity. Here comes the corner flipper. What now? Knew the throw was coming. Nice, what a finish. Player 1 made all the right moves, and this experience is only gonna make them stronger. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Brushes that off and keeps going. Sticks the combo. Player 1 chases it down. Back throw for the side switch. They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner. Neither of them willing to back off. Blocks the ambiguous crossing. Takes a trip. Jumps. Nails the anti-air. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be looking to plan him with the big play does it. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Burns the drive gauge. Just out of range for that throw. Holds out with the block. frozen. What's next? Both fighters having a full super art gauge means positioning is critical here. Jumps? You've gotta be mindful of reaching jump-ins at this range. They're going for the super art? Level 3 super!
You gotta be already jumping.
It's nobody's business.
Yeah, I kinda just been that. You gotta be already in there.
It's really being tested here. It's looking to plan him with the puck. It's too much. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here?
You gotta expect it.
Spends the gauge for the drive reversal. Denies the attack and not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover or are they in trouble here? That drive impact doesn't get through. They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. Ah, burnout activates. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Checks with a medium point. They're at the center of the stage. What happens here will have consequences later on. Okay, creating some space here.
Wow! Wow! Come on!
That'll give them a psychological advantage. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon. Who will gain control of the match and bust out the parry? Nice double there. Big counter. Player 2 chases them down. Target locked and scoop. Max SA gauges. Unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. Smart play to stop the opponent. Player 2 in dive corrects them. Close range projectile. We're at a standstill, but we may see an eruption soon. Manic, ooh, what a smart blow. Knockdown and both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. Overhead. Lightly pumps the brakes on the impact. They're in range. Target locked and scoop. Big gauge difference here, and both fighters are almost done. Lots of distance here. Who's baiting who? Willing to risk it for the overdrive. Burnout, but they may have a plan here. A lot of pressure building up here. We're so close to the end of the round that it may not matter that both fighters are burned out. What a roll with that anti-air! Got ahead into both their fighters. They put on a real
I was reading. All that I could do is at that point is read it.
They're still hungry.
Desperate moment.
Stepping up for the rematch. Down with a pair.
Oh, that breaks that. Oh, that's not a vampire.
Player 2 has the life advantage. Well-timed command throw there. Ooh, will they hit? Hit? Or we can charge in? Tricky territory here. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. Shoots off a fireball up close. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. The jump-in is denied. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Drive gauge finally recovers. Knockdown. Plenty of space between the fighters. Baits out the attack and gets the punish count. Wow, this is so close. Can they take it by using their drive?
Oh wow, so yeah.
Burnout act, the low heavy connected?
Oh, he still didn't dive, man.
Around like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? The jump-in is denied. Okay, big trade hit. Jump hits them with a stop and bomb. Max SA gauges. Unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. The fighters return to the middle of the stage. A parry? Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blitz first? Are we gonna see a comeback? Pumps the brakes on the impact. Jump! Plus anti-air. The overhead denied. Player 2 needs to use the front of the corner here. This is a critical moment.
Only if I carry that to the next round. Nope, I don't.
Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this one. The last round needs them air to air. Target locked and scoop. Player 2 can build off this lead. Got crossed that off. Player 2 needs burnout. Did they mean to do that? Uh-oh. This could really tip the scales. Look at the damage. Somehow manages to block the jump in. Back into the corner. What setup do they have? Are we going to see a comeback here? This is so tense. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Medium kick. Tries to act quickly, but with the attack.
Oh.
Finish. Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match. They're still at it. No one's willing to step away from the ring. Big counter. This is his opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Deftly shuts up the jump. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. They time that just right to get the perfect pair. Not shy with the grab. Target locked and the scoop. Takes a trip. That parry may be just the catalyst they need.
Oh.
Slick
It doesn't work.
2 on the board first with the win.
Light work
Keep the
only.
pressure on. Were they baiting them into that? Everything up until now, and everything from here on out is so vital. Back them into the corner in a hurry. Jumps in. Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Burnout activates. Player 2 in dire straits with burnout. Not much. They're going for the super art. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. Player 1 needs to use their F. Were they baiting them into that? Player 1 can't let throws them. Throws them forward and makes it and whips. They're wide open. Were they looking to connect with an overdrive arc from this situation? Who's gonna take it? He's willing to risk it for the overdrive. What a
Yeah, I got this shit. I understand. I understand now. I understand everything now.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the
No, I understand what's going on.
medium kick hit. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Down to the wire. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. The pressure continues. This is a huge chance to make a deal. What are they thinking here? Close them. What's next? Player 2 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. What's their game plan here at this critical? They've been pushed into the wall and the stun's there. Looking to plant them with a pile driver. This is a prime opportunity to end things, but they decide to play it safe. Play it to come to the brink of the wall. What a comeback! Player 2 with a big first round pickup. Can they close it out? Shuts that down to the pair. Who's going to start things off? Brushes that off and keeps going. Still scrapping for control of the space. Super on deck for both fighters. Expect to see some fireworks. Drive rush to keep it going. Doesn't. Oh, burnout triggered. Goes for the jump in. Player's good heads up decision opting for the drive attack. Going in. Oh, good. No. Critical eye out. Life lead is there, but still and whips. They're wide open. Ooh, does them dirty. But no, doesn't break them. Will they gamble something here on a burnout? Did they mean to do that? They back down to regroup. This may be the final push. Tons of space between the fighters now. What are they cooking?
Oh, I just messed up. Although I would argue my toes hit your leg, so.
They put up real clinic for him. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that comeback. Oh, says no to the impact. Player 1 chases them down. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weak. What's the play here? Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. Throws them to negate the block. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Knockdown. Gets the counter hit throw. That drive impact doesn't get through. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Does a good burnout. The counter attack can have great sense to take advantage of even the smallest opening. Player 1 takes the rounds like a thief in the night. What else could they get away with? Had the radar up and running. Oh, burnout triggered. Player 2 didn't manage their drive properly through that round. Meter management is absolutely vital, and they need to manage it properly for this coming round. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's looking to plant them with a pile driver? Full SA meters on deck for both sides. How will they utilize this? Player 2 will look to apply prep burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to kick. Knockdown and their life is hanging by a thread. They've got to lean heavily on their drive moves now. One chance here may end this match. KO. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Back action hits the drive. Medium kick hits. Both fighters are raring to go. Barely blocks the jump in. Super art on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. Shows the medium kick. Reach out and hug them. They're in range. We gonna see it seize the overhead coming. Oh, yo! Raw super hit. Beats him down with a super. Now that's how you take a round. You need guts to pull that off.
Yeah.
Player 2 is a
What, by
force to be
3?
reckoned
By
with.
level 3?
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. We're finally ready to begin this long-awaited fight. Our players look primed and ready. Blocks the jump in, goes for the command grab. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Perfect parry to stop them. Time to go on the offensive. Takes a trip. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Knockdown. Player 2 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Not shy with the grab. Looking to plant him with a pile drive.
Huh.
Heading into the
Fucking rubbish anti-air.
Player 2 hits the
Fucking
boys at
trash,
first
man.
round. They'll watch keep
What a
it rolling.
trash-ass anti-air.
Opts to create space to start. This round is so important. This super
Oh,
arc
God.
starting something with the super. Goes for the jackhammer off the cyclone lariat. Target locked and scoop. Gutsy play with the grab. Oh, burnout triggered. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Zones with the fireball. Smart play with the throw. Going in. Player 1 has the deck stacked against them. Can they squeeze out a win here? Barely blocks the jump in. Player 2 can't let this simmer. Think that's gonna leave him rattled. No
Okay.
escaping that.
I get it, I'm playing wrong, okay.
Player 2 brings it home.
Yeah, no, I understand this. I was being serious this whole time, but I understand what I'm doing wrong. I'm fighting Zangief like I'm using a fucking bison that I don't know how to use, so...
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Checks with the projectile. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weak. Alright. punish counter. This could lead to something big. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. This is a huge chance to make it feel. Taking stock. Player 2 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take
why didn't I do it?
openings to use their drive. This is turning out to be a getting that extra juice with Kagero no Mai. Player 1 needs to hold out until their drive gauge recovers. They're stunned. All they need to do is get him to come from the brink like that. What a comeback!
Not bad, not bad.
With the first strike, but they can't get complacent. Opts to create space to start. This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner to win. Dash it! A super art?
Motherfucker.
The gauge for the super! They're not playing around here. Player 1 is in a pretty good position with a stop and bop. Grabs and throws them away. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Oh, burnout trigger. Goes with the fireball. This could lead to some big damage. No escaping that. Player 2 brings it home. Let's
see if you can get there. You kinda get there.
There's no end.
Not easy, I can tell you that. Yeah.
That attack, that parry may be just the catalyst they need. Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. The impact gets blocked. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Alright, what's coming up next? Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Takes a trip. Player 2 is made to get some.
Man, can I get a fucking DP in here?
Player 2 picks up the always
One, just one fucking DP would be great.
Steps back to start things off. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now?
Wow, what kind of bullshit is that?
Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Looking for a chance.
Oh, motherfucker.
These corner switches. Quick breather.
That doesn't work? That doesn't work, the DP at the end of that?
Bust out the parry.
I did the DP at the end.
This is a turning point. Springs forward with the drive rush. Gotta be careful. Oh, burnout triggered.
Motherfucker, yeah, let's go.
Here's the final round.
I got this shit. Yeah. Oh, come on.
Player 2 is looking at a grim situation with burnout. Back into the corner. What setup do they have? Doing the business. He shot. Ooh, what a smart blow. Ooh, the crowd is back to the punish. Makes smart use of burns out. A real test of nerves here. Dangerous range here. Do they have what it takes to steal the round here? No.
There's no way you grab me. I was so fucking far away from you though. Come on. Oh my god, dude, I was so far away. Oh my god. What was the fucking score? 9. Okay, let's go, let's go, let's go. I got this shit. I was playing fucking insane with advanced. Let's go. Fuck that. Come on. Come on, I couldn't even touch you and I got hit.
Expect the tempo of the match to change. Alright, what's coming up next? Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weak. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Pokes with a medium kick. Down to the wire. Were they baiting them into that?
Fuck, can I have the fucking level 1? There we go. Oh, horse shit. She has the worst range.
Picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the
Wait, try stay still. I'm not gonna do nothing. Okay, watch this range. Just watch this range. Okay, look. You see this? Watch this. Okay, watch it. I'm hitting you. I'm hitting you.
In the early going. Player 2.
Look, it's going right through your fucking leg.
While they have it. There's space to make something happen here.
Yeah,
Neither
yeah.
fighter
Oh,
looks willing to back down. They gotta make
Okay, let's
sure
go.
not to splurge with that drive gauge and leave themselves vulnerable. Take the trip. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Jump. Can't tech the throw. Rock springs forward with the drive rush. Shows a medium kick. Goes for the jump it. Nice counter. Attempts to break the stalemate with the fireball. Grabs and throws him away. Burnout activates. Medium kick hits. There's the impact. In there.
Yep.
This is
Shit
the
is
final
over.
round. So expect to see some fireworks.
You're not gonna get this time.
Immediate jump.
That was. You see that shit?
Dashes up. Connects with the throw. What tries to act quickly but whiffs the attack. Oh, burnout. They mean to do that. Player 2 is in burnout state. Nothing stops this train. Oh, putting the cherry on top.
Wrap this motherfucker
Will
up.
this be enough to kill?
No damage.
Hanging by a thread. Just needs one final
I'm out of there. Come on, I'm out of there. Get the fuck out of here.
This is going to
I was gone.
You gotta imagine that this is not only gonna wreck their life but also their nerves.
Oh my god. Almost an even match.
Do they have what it takes to steal the round here? Tons of space between the fighters now. What are they cooking up? Checking with the fireball. How will they react? A wheel sets up with the jump in. They
Earn them nuts.
done. Player 1 delivers the upset.
That was no problem.
That's one for the replay.
I'll do it again.
It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that comeback. Drops him hard. Hits up and down. This is going to be huge. Strings it all together. Still slugging it out here. Both fighters have used up a generous amount of drive already. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. Not shy of the grab. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Reads them. Heading into the target lock and scoop. Big, low, reaching heavy. Holds out with the block. Takes experiencing burnout. Hanging on for dear life. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Going in, they're going for the super hard. Player 2 can't afford mistakes without that drive kick. Got him in there. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Jumps. Hits him with a stopping block. Shows the medium.
No range.
Needs to use
No
the
range.
drive they have left effective.
It's unreal.
Target
Oh.
lock and
This is the worst
Hands
shit.
wander with a punish counter kick. Gets carried to the corner. There's a wall spot. They can't do anything now. Going in, reach out and hug him. No escaping that. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Dashes up. And whiffs! They're wide open! Close reversal! Player 1 can really drops him hard! Gets him with a Euro step! Player 2 can't let this simmer! They gotta start cooking! Nothing stops this train! Pokes with a kick! Player 2 with the rhythm turning it right up with the super!
Ah, come on.
Looking for the definitive end to this round with a level 3 super!
Nah, it sounds harder. It sounds like it'd be harder.
Player 2 comes out on top!
Let me try some edge. I don't even know how to use them, I don't think. Who's my real characters? Ah,
Blanca.
I can beat him with Bison easy.
Bison.
Yeah, no problem. Pretty easy, no problem.
Warrior has entered the ring.
HP maxed. Side quest done.
I'm
And the
gonna,
skill tree's fully
I'm
unlocked.
gonna
Let's
beat
get
you.
it on.
This is crazy that you think I'm not. I am.
See what they're
I'm
trying
gonna
to do
beat
here
you.
in the
It's
first
crazy
round.
that you think.
It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Gets back with a well-placed drive reversal. Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. Knockdown. Anticipates the overhead. Okay, both fighters are taking a long step back. They're both looking to reassess the fight. Player one with a super art connect. Player one has used up all of their drive gauge.
I don't need them.
Got their eye on the air. Decides to meet them in the air. Life lead opens up. Next hit will end the round. KO. Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. Who will gain control of the match in the early going? Player two needs to use what little drive they have left effectively. Big opportunity now in the target locked and scoop. Oh, they were looking for that overhead. Medium kick hit charges forward. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Goes air to air and takes their turn. Knockout and one step ahead of him. Player one drive rush to keep it going. Player two can't afford mistakes without that drive. Big time win. This will lead to some flatline zone. Player one played with a lot of heart to pull off a tremendous win. Definitely one to watch.
Oh man, we'll see.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. The combo is there. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. Player one will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Perfect air to air. Gets the jump in. Knockdown. Player two needs to deal with this burnout. Goes for the command grab. Taking stock. Both of them have entered burnout stage, which will drastically change their approach to the fight. Decides to meet them in the air. Life lead opens up. The throw is tech. Snipes them out the air.
Yep.
Player one picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Reads them. Looking to plant them with the foul zone. Jump. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. A quick breather. Player two has the life lead. Can they use it? Jumps in. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Nice block on the overhead. They continue to battle it out in the middle of the stage. Connects with medium kick. Hits him with a stop and bomb. Back fist combo hits and we got trouble coming. Player two can't use any drive moves without going straight forward with a drive rush. Player two in dire straits with a super art. You got him. All the throw connects. Knockdown and back dashes for space. Big time whip. Goes to the air.
I know.
Player one faced the giant and walks away unscathed. What a win! Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? Cross and block. No good up high. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Well-timed command throw there. That was a solid anti-air. It's a normal hit, but they get in there. Got their eye on the air. He gets the jump in. Player 1 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn KO. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Looking to plan him with a pile drive. Player 2 has the life advantage. Target lock and
Nice.
headbutt. Manages to block the jump in attack. Oh, burnout triggered. They're going for the super art, but the super doesn't hit. That's not gonna hit. Snacks him with the back fist. Looking for more damage now. Gotta be careful not to whip it. Burnout activates. Oh, the throw connects. Knockdown and sees the overhead coming. Player 1, solid anti-air. Player 1 can't use any drive moves. Reach out and hug him. Any mistake here is gonna be fatal. What's it gonna be? They both decide to ease the tension and back off. Both of them back off. And they counted the
What the fuck was that?
That was Tetris 10-10 and you're gonna get in a fight.
I guess an EX fucking dive.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Shows a medium kick. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Whips the throw. Goes for the throw. Drive reversal doesn't change anything. Alright. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Gets the jump in. I can't keep track of these corner switches. Player 2 is going to have a hard time managing their drive. Reads them. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Drive gets them. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. From up above, the next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Double knee press. Player 1 managed their drive gauge well to create lots of opportunities for themselves. Let's see if they can maintain this rhythm. You've gotta be mindful of reach. Springs forward with the drive rush. Opts to continue the attack with the drive. Jumps. A parry. Experiencing burnout. A quick breather. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Taps the zone. This unleashes a big damage. Oh, here we go. Looking for a hold. Sees the overhead coming. Medium kick. This is gonna kill. No doubt about it.
No remorse.
Pretty guts to pull that off. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Who's going to and eats it? Connects with the throw. Player crumbles from above. Oh, putting the cherry on top. He's got him now. Here we go. Bison serving up a full plate of psycho power. The super connect.
Oh, there you go. Hope everybody in the oh, you're not in the thing.
Only gonna make them stronger. Another rematch. These two are really getting into it. The first round begins. No time to save that stuff for nationals. It's time to go all in. Things are slow going right now. You may see someone speed things up. Counter hit throw there. What's the play here? This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Holds out with the block. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. And they can turn this punish counter opportunity into something. That slight doubt is all it took. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Player 1 was completely shut out in that last round. They really need to think about whether to press on with their current game plan or change up their playstyle. It's a good spot to use the super. looking to plan them with the pile driver. They may be planning to, they're going for the super art. Depressed nightmare hit. Wow, that's some big time damage. A super art? Player 1 taps the dome. There's a change of sides. Hits them with a stop and block. Target locked and scoop. Each hit is so important here. What are they gonna do? Lots of distance here. Who's baiting who? They both decide to ease the tension and back off. Passes forward with the sister kick. Oh, flat line there. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Start, plus, anti-air. Shadow Rise, inbound. Picks up the counter. This is going to be huge. Jumps. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Player 1 can't draw super art incoming. Player 2 is looking at a grim situation with burnout. Nothing but air. Looking for an impact squash. Knocks them out of the air. Amaze, all the throw connects. Player drive run. This is a complete shutdown. Oh, burnout. Did they mean to do that? A lot of pressure building up. No hesitation or regret. Hits him with that NSFW.
I almost didn't get the level 3 in time.
No doubt about it. It is over. Player 1.
Nah, I was gonna do level 2 instead.
That's one for the replay. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. Oh, now that is a punish. Smart play with the throw. Burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Oh, easy 10. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. No good on fire. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. Knockdown. Player 2, this is a huge chance to make a peak. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full flip. The jump in is denied. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Taking stock. Life lead opens up. Drive reversals blocked. Opts for the throw to close it out. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Who will gain control of the match in the early going? Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. Player 1 chases them down. Both experiencing burnout. This is a huge chance to make a feel. Both sides in burnout. They can't drive. Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Barely blocks the jump in. Player looking to plan him with a pile drive.
That's how you jump.
Super art on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. Shows the medium kick. Player hits him with a stop and bop. Got him up against the wall. The stun is there. Player 2, clutch anti-air. Are they going to be able to come back and snatch this? Just goes for it at this range. Oh, no question whether this super art is going to kill or not.
That'll help it.
T-shirt with that finish.
That'll help it. If you didn't...
Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this one. Back to start. They're not taking any chances. Checks with a medium. Perfect carry. How will they follow up? Both are looking to plan them with a pile drive. Looking for a chance. Player 1 has the super gauge advantage. Links in. Medium kick. Scuffle. Oh, burnout. Did they mean to do that? No, this'll break them. Player 1 can't hit this without the drive impact doesn't work. Gets the counter hit and the win. Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first.
Oh, shit.
Nails the anti-air. Side switch. Now they're on the defensive. Now Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover, or are they in trouble here? Solid combo. They've been pushed into the wall, and the stun's there. Sticks the combo. Player 1 in trouble with no drive. Just goes for it at this range. The super doesn't hit. KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Immediate jumping. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Pokes with a medium, target locked and scoop. Player 2 has a slight life lead that they may see, looking to plant him with a pile driver. What'll happen here? Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Cross up. Side switch in the corner. Throws him. How long will this offensive assault continue? Good heads-up decision opting for the drive impact. Player 2 can't afford mistakes without that. Stop it on the stone! Who's gonna take it? Let's kick it to the face!
Yep.
This is gonna kill, no doubt about it. That amazing never say die attitude got them the win. Player 1 faced the giant and walks away unscathed. What a win! They're still hungry.
Yep.
Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Drive reversal to break in. Uses a drive parry against the attack. The throw connects for counter hit damage. Knockdown. Deftly shuts off the jumper. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. Reset. At this range, many attacks can connect to stick something out. The neutral game is very important.
Wow, it didn't connect.
Oh, whiffs the throw. Knockdown. Taps the dome. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Goes in on the impact for nothing. This is a critical point of the round where they just need to go for it. Looking to plant him with a pile. No escaping that. Player 2 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Timely side charges forward. Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon. Player 2 digs in deep to get that drive in. Player 1 needs to use the
That doesn't even work, I guess.
Both sides in burnout. They can't drive. Knockdown, and they're going for the super art.
That doesn't make sense.
They are really going at each other this round. The read now will be key. Now they can use drive. Here comes connects with the throw. What'll happen here? Player 1 has depleted their drive, sets up with the jump in. Oh, here we go. And whiff. They're wide open. This is a critical moment. What a finish! We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Who's going to steal this win? Jumps up. Still plenty of time left. Barely big time win. This is a bad situation to be in. Escapes with the reversal. The overhead denied. That's going to leave him rattled. Player 1 has got to work some magic with his limited drive. What are they going to do? Both reads the jump in perfectly. Burns out. Punish counter on the action. Light all the
No need to do it.
Okay, here blocks the drive reversal. There's a burnout. Looking for a further super art. Do anything? Didn't hesitate going for the kill with that super.
That'll go.
Player 2 comes out on top of that fierce battle. Talk about a show. That match had it all. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Heavy heavy punch sends him flying. Looking to plant him with the pile driver. Player 2 can build off this lead. Reads them. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Player 1 chases them down. Definitely answers the air attack. Player 1 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings to beat their drive. That's like doubting all it took. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Hits them with a stopping ball. Ups the damage on that by opting to go for the overdrive. Player 2, target lock and scoop. Player 2 needs to use what little drive they have left effectively. Snacks them with the back. Experiencing burnout.
That's so fucking crazy.
Straight to burnout. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business.
What's crazy is that you do that, right? And as soon as you do that, does it like the thing is that like there's no recovery on top of that. There's no recovery if you're doing the ultra, which is fine, but it's just like holy shit.
Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. They're in a proverbial downward spiral. There's no end to this battle. Uses the parry. Can't tech the throw. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Stands firm and blocks the drive impact. No good up high. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Player 2 is just about out of drive. Taking stock. The jump-in is denied. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? We are near the end of the round. Can either fighter pull a rabbit out of their hat here? Freeze them. Looking to plant him with a pile driver. Getting up the boost with knee press night. Alright, what's coming up next? One chance here may end this match. Goes for the head press. The corner throw ends it. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Checks with a medium. That's his combo hit, and we got trouble coming. Next, psycho power goes boom. Player 1 chases him down. Brushes that off and keeps going. Experiencing burnout. Player 2 in dire burnout activation. Skewers up with psycho punisher and stacks up the dick.
Oh, he is a big.
Must have a game plan here with the critical art on deck, but executing that raw critical. What's gonna happen?
Watch this dude, about 80%. Watch 80% for real, for real. Oh, that's 60.
Are we gonna see a comeback here? You've gotta be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Sets up with the jump-in flatline though. Who could have guessed how that match would turn out? Not It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that rundown. Barely blocks the jump-in. Goes for the command grab. Player 2 has the light. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Taking stock. The jump-in is denied. Player 1 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers can turn this around in their favor. In a dire situation, they can't. Oh, burnout triggered! Player 2 has completely used all of their drive moves, but they still have enough life left to take the round if they play smart. Comes from behind to pick up the win. They took advantage of every chance. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Taps the dome. Decides to spend the meter to open up some more chances. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Who will gain control of the match in the early going? Goes for the jump-in. Ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Psycho Punisher hits them! Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Jumps in. Target locked and scoop. Looking for a chance. Barely blocks the jump in. Hot nothing but air. Are we going to see a comeback here? Reversal. Overhead 21 work.
That's fucking. Yeah.
This is going to kill. No doubt about it.
No remorse.
He cuts to pull that off. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? That's gonna leave him rattled.
God, that's so far.
Jump. Barely blocks the jump in. Crowns him from above. Looking for a hole. Oh, rushing head. Nothing stops this train. Yes, sir. More damage, please. What now? Jump. No! This is what a finish! Ooh, I dare you to find me a better match than that. Gentlemen, tell them what's done. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that.
That don't mean nothing.
Jumps.
It's so Fast and the Furious. Doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. Winning is winning.
They block the overhead and knockdown. It's back with a well-placed driver. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? All right. Brushes off the impact. Reads them. Their life is looking good, and they can't rely too much on drive either. KO. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. That drive impact is blocked. Not shy with the grab. Target locked and scoop. Active combo hits. We've got trouble coming. Player 2 has the life lead. Can they use it? Somehow pushing back all the way to center stage. Oh, burnout triggered. The life remaining tells us we're halfway through this match. Knockdown and shows the medium kick. A parry. Quick breather. Reversal. Cycle crush. Experience. What a finish.
All over you.
Round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this one. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Jumps up. Hits him with a double knee. Gets him with a Euro step. Both fighters look to set things up as they continue to jostle for position. Both are all in with a rush. Connects with the throw. Switch sides. This can lead to some big damage. Reach out and hug it. Nothing stops this train. Burn out, but they may have a plan here. Player 1 is looking at a grim stacked up the boom. How did they reach that throw? Player 2 needs to use their drive move to have any chance of a comeback. Overhead attack. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Delivers the upset. That's one for the replay. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Shows the medium kick. Active combo hits, and we've got trouble coming. Very solid corner. Grabs him. Neither fighter can force the other to give up even an inch. All right. Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weak. This stun might mean the end of this round. They're barely hanging in there. Can they hold out any longer? They break forward to pressure the opponent. Life lead opens up. The fighters return to the middle of the stage. Takes a trip. Goes for the head. Takes in the throw. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Double knee press. That parry may be just the catalyst they need. Double lariat, and now brushes off the impact. Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. Gets the jump in. Ooh, there's a side flip. This could be big. Max SA gauges, unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. A super art? Were they baiting them into that? Yes, sir. More damage. Ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Oh, are they actually dead? Are they dead?
Damn.
Oh, they're dead! What a way to close it out! That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Goes in on the impact for nothing. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Blocks the jump in. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Knockdown. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Oh. Drive impact whiffs. Are they ready to punish? Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover, or are they in trouble here? Checks with a medium kick. Okay, creating some space here. Jump.
Alright.
Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Jumps in. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Blocks. Goes for the throw. A quick breather. Delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Player 1 will look. Oh, burnout triggered. Big throws. All the throws connects. Tries to act quickly, but whiffs the attack. Knocked him out of the air. Sets up with the jump in. Oh man, this is a scary range. What are you jumping in for? This is the final round.
Where?
Expect to see some fireworks. Starts instantly to some big damage. Will this super art do anything? Uh-oh. This could really tip the scales. Super! That's what we want to see. Breaks it. Connects with the throw. What next? Closes it out.
Alright.
Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for him. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Nice double lariat. Cool gain control of the match in the early going. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. All right. Lots of aggression from both sides. Stops the attack by using a drive. Player 1 chases them down. They are battling it out tooth and nail with no one having a clear advantage. Alright, what's coming up next? Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. Digs in deep to get that driver. Player 2 in trouble with no drive. Taking stock. And the throw ends the round. Player 1 picks up the always
The bomb was on you.
They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Yeah, I blew up the bomb on you.
Looking to plant him with a pile driver. Player 2 has the life advantage. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing what's going on the offensive. Lots of life to play with and full SA meters. What will they do? Both fighters planning something? Player 2 will look inside, go power, goes boom! Oh, burnout triggered! Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. We're at a standstill, but we may see an eruption soon. Jumps in. Barely blocks the jump in. Full SA meters on experiencing burnout. Throws him from above. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Big clothesline and knock him down.
You was smashing that for like 10 seconds. Yeah, easy.
Player 1 can't use any drive move. Gotta play it safe. Big of distance here. Who's baiting who? Dangerous range here. Both of them back off. They may be preparing for what a finish! Player 1 made all the right moves, and this experience is only gonna make them stronger. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Changes the pace with an air-to-air. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. What are they thinking? Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. There's a corner switch. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover, or are they in trouble here? Recovers from burnout. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. The jump in is denied. Extends the gauge for the drive reversal. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? We are near the end of the round. Can either fighter pull a rabbit out of their hat here? They decide to hang back and rethink their game plan. Getting into the end game now. It's getting tense. KO. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Immediate jump in. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Reads them. Looking to plan them with the pile driver. Gets the parry in. And adds some target lock and scoop. Full SA meters on deck to hit them with a stop and pop. Using their drive to maximize their damage. Player 2 has an empty drive grid. This is a very precarious situation. From burnout, expect the tempo of the match to change. How do they read that alone? What's next? Can they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal? Shows the medium kick. The kick hits! Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Man, there's one more. Yeah, I can do it. I can literally do it almost whenever I want. I'll do it right now if you want.
Medium kick hits.
Yeah.
No good up high. Both fighters have plenty of health. Where's this match gonna go? Well-timed command program. Ooh, will they hit, whip, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Takes a trip. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Reads them.
Alright, good.
Capitalizes on every mistake and picks up the perfect kick.
Now that we have that out of the way, let's fucking go.
That'll give them a psychological advantage. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Opters taps the dome. Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone looking to plan them with a pile driver. Still striving for control of the burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Target lock and scoop. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Medium kick hits. All in with a rush. Fights back with drive rush. Drive it back finish.
Man, why the fuck doesn't he get crumbled?
Nice and clean. Did not miss that chance and take the round. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? We are here in the first round. Which is going on the offensive? The grab misses. Grabs him. Clear that neither of them wants to be in the corner. The throw connects for counter hit damage. What are they thinking here? Still slugging it out here. Reads them. Gets backed into the corner with pressure building. We've reached the midway point of the round, and both fighters are at about even height. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? A little too greedy there. Devil's Foot! Alright, what's coming up next? Player 1 can't afford mistakes without that drive gauge. This is a critical point of the round where they just need to go for it. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Uses the gauge for a super art. Deep press sniper hit in there. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Shadow Ride inbound. Who's going to start things off? Had the radar up and running. Back throw for the side switch. Time the side switch thing, which will let him go on the attack. Looking to plant him with a pile driver. Scrapping it out up close. Jump. With the back fist. Looking for more damage now. As they notice the drop, wanted to leave a mark. Manages to block the jump in attack. Oh, in there.
Thank you.
Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
I gotta go to bed. Holy fuck. Alright, man. Thank you for the games. I was pretty bored and lonely. Thank you very much. Oh. Alright, I'll talk to you later, man. Bye.